The ocean is hiding monsters and miracles, creatures blacker than space, light no human can see. The largest migration on Earth, deeper than Everest, is tall. We know Mars better than this. A graveyard that feeds for decades. A world that glows in the dark. And we've seen almost none of it. We've sent rovers to Mars. We've mapped galaxies billions of light years away. We know the far side of the moon better than we know our own planet. Because right now, beneath the surface of our oceans, there is a world we have explored less than 5% of. A world where the sun never reaches. Where the pressure could crush a submarine like a soda can. And where life has evolved into shapes that should not be possible. The deeper you go, the stranger it gets. Transparent hunters, creatures that make their own light, animals that have rewritten the rules of survival itself. This is the deep sea, the largest, darkest, and most alien, and almost none of it has ever been seen by human eyes. Let's descend. And I promise you, Tukalady, it gets worse the further down we go. At the surface, the ocean is bright and bursting with life. Sunlight feeds the plankton feeds the fish, and entire food chains stretch from coral reefs to whales. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, Hedond, a vast band of ocean reaching down a full kilometer. So what does everything down here eat? The answer drifts down from above. A constant. Scientists call it marine snow. To us, it looks like nothing. To the creatures here, it is the difference between life and death. And where there's food, there's life. Acclaimed, just not life as you know it. The animals of the Twilight Zone have evolved into some of the strangest forms on the planet. Many of them have become invisible. The glass squid drifts like a phantom, its organs barely visible. The glass octopus is almost completely see-through, its eyes the only thing that gives it away. Why so many creatures here turned transparent is still a mystery. Maybe it's the perfect camouflage in the last dim light. Maybe color simply costs too much energy to be worth it. We're still not sure. But others chose the exact opposite strategy. Instead of vanishing, they glow. Through a chemical reaction called bioluminescence, these creatures produce their own light, flashing dots, pulsing patterns, whole bodies flickering like living lanterns in the dark. Light to lure prey, light to attract a mate, and, incredibly, light to disappear. Here's the trick. From below, a predator can spot your dark silhouette against the faint glow drifting down from the surface.
So animals like the firefly squid cover their bellies in light and tune it to perfectly match the glow above the seas.
Erasing their own shadow and vanishing completely. They hide from the light by becoming light. And it gets stranger. The bloody belly comb jelly glows deep red hound, a color that doesn't exist this far down, making it appear totally black. Inside its stomach, it hides glowing prey it has eaten, so its meal can't give its position away. Down here, everything comes down to one brutal question: who can be seen and who cannot? But the Twilight Zone hides something bigger than tricks of light. Every single night, it stages the largest movement of life on the entire planet. As darkness falls, billions upon billions of creatures rise from the depths. Lanternfish, squid, jellies, an entire army of the deep climbing toward the surface to feed under cover of night. At dawn, They sink back into the gloom. It's called the dial vertical migration, and nothing else on Earth comes close to its scale trailed. More individuals than every herd, flock, and swarm on land combined.
And here's the unsettling part. We didn't even know it existed until World War II.
Naval sonar operators kept detecting a mysterious, false seafloor sealant, a solid layer that rose every night and sank every morning. It wasn't the seafloor at all. It was life, an entire invisible world, moving as one. And this is only the beginning. Because below the Twilight Zone, the last light is about to go out completely. Past 1 kilometer down, the sunlight is gone. Not dim, backed, gone.
This is the Midnight Zone, and it plunges all the way to 4,000 meters. No dawn, no dusk, only endless, absolute night. The temperature hovers just above freezing. The pressure is hundreds of times stronger than at the surface. It sounds like a place where nothing could possibly survive. Instead, it's where evolution gets terrifyingly creative. Meet the dragonfish. While almost every creature down here is blind to red light, the dragonfish does the impossible. It produces a red glow of its own.
To everything else, that light is invisible. Which means the dragonfish is hunting with a private searchlight, lighting up its prey without ever being seen.
And it built secret eyes to match. Eyes tuned to a wavelength only it can see. Other hunters here have gone the opposite way.
Some are cloaked in ultra-black skin so extreme, it absorbs over 99.5% of all light that touches it. Shine a submarine spotlight directly on them, and they still almost disappear. And then, there's the anglerfish. Possibly the strangest hunter in the entire ocean. The female dangles a glowing lure in front of her jaws to draw prey straight into her teeth. But her real horror is reproduction. The males are born tiny, weak, and nearly helpless, with one impossible mission: find a female in the endless dark. And when he finally does, he bites onto her ponnets and never lets go. His body fuses into hers. His organs dissolve, one by one, until he's nothing but a sack of sperm, permanently attached, kept alive by her blood. It is one of the most extreme survival strategies known to science. But not everything down here hunts. Some simply wait. And occasionally, the deep delivers a feast for it. When a whale dies and its body sinks into this darkness, it becomes an oasis, feeding entire communities for decades. And yet, even with our submarines, we've barely scratched the surface. Scientists believe that for every species we've documented here, dozens more are still completely unknown. Animals with glowing eyes and needle teeth, and bodies so fragile they dissolve the moment we try to bring them up. This is the Midnight Zone, Tones, where light is a weapon, invisibility is survival, and even love is a nightmare. And we're still only halfway down. 4 kilometers down, we finally touch the bottom, Cote, and find one of the largest habitats on Earth. The Abyssal Plain covers more than half the surface of our entire planet. And it's also one of the least understood places we know. There are no reefs, no kelp forests, no mountains, just an endless desert of mud, stretching for thousands of kilometers in every direction.
Permanent cold. Crushing dark. Almost no food.
Surviving here demands strategies you'll find nowhere else, Tace, and the first one is bizarre. Things get big, and the colossal squid, one of the largest animals without a backbone could, is thought to haunt these depths.
Scientists call it deep-sea gigantism. And here's the strange part, Fate. We still don't fully know why it happens.
Maybe it saves energy. Maybe it's defense. The honest answer is, we don't know.
When a whale falls to the abyss, it triggers something extraordinary. Within hours, scavengers swarm at it. Sharks, hagfish, amphipods.
Then the truly strange arrivals come. Bone-eating worms with no mouth and no stomach,
that exist only to devour the oils locked deep inside the skeleton.
A single carcass can fuel an entire ecosystem for decades. Others survive on almost nothing. The vampire squid, despite its name, doesn't hunt at all.
It gently collects marine snow with long, sticky filaments,
thriving in water, so starved of oxygen that almost nothing else can breathe. And here, time itself slows down. Creatures grow slowly, breed rarely, and live for staggering lengths of time.
The Greenland shark may live over 400 years, non-taunted, the longest living vertebrate ever found.
Some of them were alive before the United States existed.
The Abyssal Plain covers more of Earth than every forest, grassland, and desert combined.
And almost all of it remains unseen, unexplored, and unexplained.
But beneath even this, the planet drops away into something far deeper and far more hostile. Beyond the Abyssal Plain, the seafloor splits open into the deepest frontier on Earth, the trenches. These are the planet's scars, where one slab of the Earth's crust slides beneath another and drag the ocean floor down into the abyss.
This is the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the underworld. It begins at 6,000 meters and plunges nearly 11,000 meters down.
Let that sink in. If you dropped Mount Everest into the deepest trench on Earth,
its peak would still be more than a mile underwater. The pressure here can exceed 1,000 times what you feel right now.
To your body, it would be instantly fatal. And yet tension, life doesn't just survive here, it thrives.
At the very bottom live the snailfish. Fragile, gelatinous, with translucent skin, they look far too delicate to exist in such a violent place.
But they are the deepest living fish ever found, a feed, surviving where nothing else can.
Their bodies laced with special molecules that stop the crushing pressure from destroying their cells. But we've found something else down here too. Inside tiny shrimp-like amphipods at the bottom of the trench, scientists discovered plastic fibers.
Even here, Farnd, the most remote place on the planet Kanut, our pollution has already arrived. And along the trench walls, life takes its strangest turn of all.
At hydrothermal vents, scorching chemicals erupt from inside the Earth toned, and microbes feed not on sunlight, but on the planet's raw chemistry. Around them bloom entire communities of worms, clams, and crabs. An ecosystem built with no sunlight whatsoever. If life can survive on chemistry alone, in total darkness, under impossible pressure, does it really need the sun at all? Because frozen moons like Europa and Enceladus hide vast oceans beneath their ice, warmed not by a sun, but from within. To explore Earth's deepest trenches may be the closest we ever get to glimpsing life on another world.
And still to Harry, we know almost nothing.
Fewer people have reached the bottom of the Mariana Trench than have walked on the moon.
Every single dive brings back creatures unknown to science.
For centuries, we imagined the deep as a lifeless void, a silent grave at the bottom of the sea. What we found instead was life that bends, reshapes, and reinvents itself to survive conditions we can barely imagine.
And the questions only multiply. More than 80% of our ocean has never been explored.
Why do so many deep-sea creatures grow to monstrous sizes?
Why do others turn invisible or cloak themselves in skin blacker than black? The greatest mystery of all might be the light itself. Nearly 3 out of every 4 deep-sea animals can glow halves.
And we still can't fully explain how they evolved such complex chemistry, or why some shine in colors no other
For now, these are mysteries with no answers.
And maybe that's exactly what makes them so powerful. Because they remind us that our own planet still hides secrets, down there, in the dark, just beneath the surface.
Secrets worth protecting. And secrets worth discovering.
If you want to keep exploring the strangest corners of our world, stay curious.